Okay, so it is, what time is it? It's 10:15 a.m. Um, ain't been long got up, but um, I had a dream, and it basically left me waking up crying. It reminded me of some of my childhood. It brought back memories from my childhood, um, that I thought I basically got over. In the dream, only thing I know is I don't know if it was like a family get together. I saw some of my family in it. I saw a lot of people I didn't know, and it had to been sometime during the summer because it was a pool party, an indoor pool party. On top of that, it had to be at some type of gym, recreation center, something like that. I don't know, but um, the water in the pool, it wasn't dirty or nothing like that. It was blue, but you couldn't see through it. Like, it wasn't that type of pool water. Like, it had something in it that make it look dark, dark blue. And it was a lot of people standing on the side, just standing around, just watching some people swim and stuff like that. It wasn't a lot of people swimming. It was just a few people. I mean, it was a mixture of people. It wasn't just like black people. So it could have been like some type of little community party or something like that. I don't know. I've never seen this type of pool before. I've never been in this gym before. I didn't even really feel like myself. Um, it was as if I was just there observing inside somebody else. Um, Only thing I know is, I was one of the bystanders that was just looking at everybody swimming. I was just watching. And I was like, well, dang, how deep is the pool? I want to get in. How deep is the pool? And so before I could even get in, I woke up. But when I went back to sleep, I was back at that same pool, but there was no water in it. It was like people were still standing around, and there was like some people walking on the inside of it. It was deep, y'all. When I say that pool was deep, it was real deep. And it's like, I saw people just standing up in the water, like they won't float. And you can tell when somebody floating, when you can tell when they just standing up. And I'm like, why the hell they standing up in that water like that and it's that deep? So it had stairs. And you know how some pools, like, it's a level. Like, you got 1, 2, 3 feet, 4 feet. And then it's like straight deep. You get a little ladder or something like that. This pool right here had steps that, like, it was no level to it. It was all it wasn't different levels to it. It was all one level, and it was all deep. If you ain't want to go deep, like, it had stairs that went all the way down. It wasn't no ladders on the side or anything like that. And on the other end, it had the same type of steps, and it was all just, the steps were just going all the way down. Okay? So if you ain't want to go that deep, you stay on like the first 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. That's it. That's all. Not even the 5th step, because it was just a straight steps down. So I'm looking around, so I was like, well, I'm gonna leave. So I walk out, and as I'm walking to a car, this wasn't my car, but it was silver. When I reached my hand out to open the door, my complexion was like a high yellow bone. Okay, so I knew for a fact whoever this person was, it was not me. I'm just like a bystander that I could see out her eyes, or whoever this woman was. I couldn't see her reflection in the windows. Her windows were tinted. I thought she was by herself this whole entire time, but she wasn't. When she opened up the door, a little girl appeared. And the little girl was also light-skinned. She was very pretty. She looked like she could be... she couldn't be no older than 6 years old, y'all. Like, I'll probably say the youngest she could be was 4. So between 4 and the age of 6. She wasn't that tall. she was a little mute. Like, she didn't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell something was wrong with her, and she was trying to get her mama's attention. Like, she didn't discuss, like, she never talked. Like, and the mama hardly really said anything to her as well. They got in the mama got back in the car. So yeah, she left the baby in the car unattended. Okay. So in the back of my mind, me being a mama, I'm like, the fuck wrong with this bitch? Okay. And she gets in the car. So before she gets in the car, this brown skinned dude pops up out of nowhere. He's like, hey, can I get a ride? And I don't know if she knew him or whatever. I didn't know him. And me, from a mother's standpoint, I'm like, don't let him in his car. He gonna touch that baby. Don't let him in his car. Don't trust him. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. He looked it sneaky, y'all. He looked like one of those dudes that took advantage of single moms with kids, okay? Because you know, the benefits, food stamps, whatever the case may be. The way the woman carried herself, you could tell she carried herself well, so she looked like she probably had money as well. Like I said, I couldn't see the reflection. Only thing in the cars, I mean, you know, I couldn't even see in like the side mirrors or nothing on the car. She never entered this car though. Like, that's the thing about the dream. Like, I never seen her get in the car. Like, she never got in the car. Okay, it was as if, like, when she opened up to get in the car, instead of her getting inside, we'll just pop up at the next destination. Okay, and the little girl, after that, the little girl never left her side. But the little girl always stayed in the car. Like, she never left the car, unless, like, except for the one time when we went up in a restaurant. For some hour, it was, I don't know if it was like the mall or something like that, because it was like a different restaurants like right beside each other inside of a building. So I'm thinking it was like a mall. This is not a mall I've never seen. Not Greenville Mall, not Kinston Mall, where it was, you know, popping or whatever. But I don't know. I've never seen this mall before. Like I said, it was a Chinese restaurant, a Pizza Hut, a Taco Bell. It was just different types of restaurants. And you know, of course, the woman gave the man a ride, so he just literally like just tagged along everywhere they went. So I know at this point they had some type of relationship. So she knew him, and that little girl was scared of him. But once again, like I said, she didn't speak. She was like one of the children that stay mute. Like, the only way you know something is wrong is if they showed you a sign, or you can read their eyes and their face expressions and read off how their emotions are going. This whole time I'm watching a child, because I'm like, something's wrong with her. And she always stayed in front of her mama while they was walking. She ended up having to go to the bathroom, so her mama followed her to the bathroom, and it was down a little long hall. Like, in the dream, she never made it to the bathroom, because we popped back outside. Like, once the door opened to the bathroom, we popped back outside, and it was like as if the mama was coming back to the car like it was in the beginning. But like I said, the little girl was walking in front, the mama was in the middle, and I noticed that the dude was just following. You know what I'm saying? He was following. In my mind, I felt like, why he keep following her? Like, you would say you had to get dropped off somewhere. Like, why he still here? You know what I'm saying? Why is he following her? And he was handsome. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. He's the only person I can really tell. Him and that little girl is the only ones I can really describe down to the T. Okay? He had black hair. It was wavy, low cut. It looked like it was probably about time for a little lineup or whatever like that. But it wasn't dusty looking. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was neat, but you could tell he was one of those dudes that maybe have fell on hard times, and we're just at a low moment right now where he won't used to not having money, and he was ready to leech off somebody. Like, he was trying to find somebody to attach to, and some more things. The more this man followed around, the more I kept getting pedophile. You know what I'm saying? It was not sitting well with me. Like I said, he was brown skinned. He had facial hair. He didn't have like a big beard or nothing like that. It was just like he kept it close cut. Like, kept it very close cut. He was brown skinned. I can't tell you, his eyes were dark. Yeah, his eyes were dark. He didn't have no type of face tattoos. His clothes didn't, like, the way his clothes were, I couldn't tell if he had any tattoos or anything on his arms or nothing like that. If he did, it was like somewhere up here probably, because I ain't seen no tattoos around here. I don't know, in his face, his legs. He had on pants, so I don't know. But only thing I know is, like I said, he followed them to the bathroom. When the little girl opened up the bathroom door, we popped back out, and it was as if I was leaving the pool party again. And this time when I opened up the door, instead of him being on the outside, like, trying to get a ride, he was sitting on the driver's side. The little girl was sitting in the passenger side. And her face bothered me. She still ain't speak. When I opened up the door to the car or whatever, he had his big chest cat grin on his face. What's up, baby? And the little girl is just sitting there, and instead of she wasn't buckled down or nothing, but her back was against the door. Her back was against the passenger door. She was light skinned. She was lighter than this man, so she had little pigtails, like, it was probably like 3 or 4 pigtails. Hair thick and black. It was a double strand twist ponytails, and it had like a little the big barrettes on the bottom of it, not the fasteners. And hold on,